Welcome to Muffin Talk.
Kia ora and welcome to Muffin Talk. This program is brought to you by the initiative Titipounamu, Study and Joy. On the 21st of September, we will observe the International Day of Peace around the world. The United Nations General Assembly has declared this as a day devoted to strengthening the ideals of peace, both within and among all nations and peoples. The International Day of Peace was established in 1981. 2 decades later, in 2001, the General Assembly unanimously voted to designate the day as a period of nonviolence and ceasefire. In this Muffin Talk, we will hear a recording of a presentation that I gave on the topic of Quest for Peace. Here it goes. Coming to the topic of today, it's called Our Quest for Peace. So I find it interesting that our hosts, that you have chosen the title Quest for Peace. Not searching for peace, nor striving for peace, not working for peace. It's about quest, and I like the term quest because it implies a spiritual journey to reach peace. It also implies that we don't quite know how we get there. And I mean how, in the sense of which means we use and which way we go, but also who are we when we arrive at the goal, when we arrive at peace, when we finally have peace. Are we still the same people? Will we have changed? So the quest for peace is a journey that we undertake without knowing what obstacles we have to overcome and who we are when we reach the goal. As we know, every journey starts with a first step. Finding peace for yourself, it's not so difficult if you're able to withdraw from the world. However, the journey to peace for humanity is much more difficult. As an African proverb says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. As it was said, I'm currently serving as the co-president of the Auckland Interfaith Council. We are an independent charity that was established more than 20 years ago to foster mutual appreciation and good relations between people in Auckland who are of diverse religions and religious backgrounds and faiths. We also are all together on one journey. Our executive committee consists of up to 11 members who are appointed by their respective faith communities or recommended to serve on the council by their communities. In the past years, we have had events where each one of us talked about a certain topic from their faith perspective. With every one of these events, it became clear to us that the core values were always the same, at least very similar, the core values. While respecting and acknowledging one another's faith, we work together on our journey to an Auckland where all people live in peace and in harmony, step by step. Sometimes it is just a moment that can change people's attitudes. I remember that we once had a female speaker who had her turn after a speaker who was much taller than her. When she struggled to adjust the microphone stand, the Sikh speaker and the Muslim speaker, both men, came to her help. They went down on their knees to adjust the microphone. Afterwards, one of the guests of the event mentioned to me that she was so impressed how we were supporting each other, that even these two men, they were making sure that a woman of a different faith would be able to be heard. To work on the Auckland Interfaith Council is to prevent misunderstandings and conflicts by getting to know Aucklanders of different faith groups and hopefully
becoming friends. Rabbi David Rosen once said, interreligious dialogue is an essential component in facilitating peaceful reconciliation in international relations for the well-being of our world as a whole. Some years ago, I gave a youth group the task to act out certain concepts. One concept was family. The young people decided to sit around a table and to share a virtual meal. Then came the concept of peace. The young people didn't know how to depict peace. Some suggested to hug one another, but then others said hugging is more love than peace. So they finally decided to create a scene with 3 parties. 2 parties were pretending to fight, and the 3rd party was stepping in to take them apart. A peacemaker. Why do you need to have a conflict before having peace? Isn't it better to avoid the conflict in the first place? Working together, hand in hand, would be more beautiful. A sign of peace than just having a peacemaker who needs a conflict to get active. And potentially the peacemaker doesn't really know the background story. The peacemaker might not know who is right or wrong and does something wrong by stepping in. So reaching peace after a conflict is only the beginning of a new phase of a journey. It's a new phase. A truce is solely a temporary peace. True peace needs to grow out of justice and mercy in order to last. Unless we constantly work to maintain peace, we risk taking it for granted and hence allow divisive influence to undermine it. In the Abrahamic traditions, we greet each other with a peace greeting. Assalamu alaikum, shalom aleichem, or peace be with you. As a Christian, I believe that peace is one of the fruits of the Spirit. It can only be found in God. With this thought in mind, we are called to find peace in ourselves so that we can be peacemakers to others and then be active in maintaining peace. An open mind, an open heart, and respect for all humanity equally can be our equipment to make this world a better place and a more peaceful place for everyone. Thank you.
Out there, oh, peace is calling. In the bonds of love we meet. For the world a new day dawning, and shines a light to greet. We're singing, this is the day when the hope was calling. This is the day when the light did shine. This is the day when the world can sing. Can you hear the cry for the wounds to be healed? Can you hear